It's 10 o'clock at night. You're holding a pen in one hand, finishing a cover letter exactly the way you were taught. In the other hand, your phone buzzes. Your 16-year-old nephew sends you a meme. You reply in 3 seconds, in his language, without even thinking about it. 2 gestures, 2 worlds, 1 person, and that person is you. If you were born in the 80s, you're not stuck between 2 generations. You're the only person on Earth who can translate one into the other. And in a few minutes, you'll understand why that makes you the rarest resource in today's market. But first, you need to feel the vertigo. Picture a hand holding a pen, another holding a screen, and between them, a chasm, 2 cliffs, you standing above the void, with no idea which side you're supposed to belong to. Why do you understand both worlds so well, without ever truly feeling at home in either one? This video is going to show you that this tearing feeling has a name, a function, and a power that no one until now has ever explained to you. First, some good news. You're not alone. You, who grew up with the screech of a dial-up modem connecting, VHS tapes you had to rewind, MSN Messenger running in the background while you did homework, belong to the only generation in recent history to live through, in a single lifetime, 4 complete shifts. Not 1, 4. Values, technology, work, relationships, everything changed under your feet, twice, while you were growing up. 4 fractures. One of them is about to hit you harder than the others. Which one? Let's start with values. You were raised on boomer rules. Stay quiet. Respect the hierarchy. Earn your place through seniority, never by demanding it. And today, you move through a world governed by Gen Z codes. Total transparency. Authenticity performed for the camera. Outright rejection of hierarchy. The most unsettling part is that you apply both logics without even realizing it. Polite and silent in a meeting. Direct and blunt on social media. An hour later, same human, 2 operating systems. And what if that same double logic ran even deeper inside your own body? It does. You're the last generation with a physical memory of the world before the internet. A Nokia 331. Oh, that survived a 3-story fall. A DVD you carefully stored in its sleeve. The silence of a house without notifications. And you're also the first to have had to learn the connected world in real time. No manual, no tutorial, no one to explain Facebook to you the moment it changed everything. Gen Z, by contrast, was born directly inside the network. You've mastered both worlds. So why is this rare skill never recognized anywhere? Hold on to that question. It's coming back, and the answer will change everything. There's a 3rd fracture, even more concrete, more anxiety-inducing. Work. You were trained for a world of in-person offices, loyalty and seniority that eventually pays off. And today, you're expected to survive in a world of permanent remote work, endless career pivots, personal branding on LinkedIn. A world where your resume matters less than how fast you can reinvent yourself in 3 months. A model nobody ever taught you. Does this professional gap cost you more, financially, than you've ever dared admit? And then there's the most intimate fracture of all, your relationships. You grew up believing you don't talk about your feelings, that a couple lasts as a matter of principle, even when it hurts. Today, you hear about couples therapy, red flags, and breakups framed as a basic right to defend in an Instagram story. And once again, no one prepared you for either one. Think back to that argument you handled the old way, jaw clenched, in silence, and that more recent one, where you clumsily tried to communicate your feelings with words you hadn't fully learned yet. If you've been carrying all four of these fractures at once, silently, for years, what is it actually costing you? Here's the part no one tells you. Being the bridge between two worlds isn't neutral. It's a constant cognitive load, non-stop code switching between two value systems, two sets of tools, two ways of working, two ways of loving. Like a professional translator who never takes a break, never takes a vacation, never gets a single moment of silence. That exhaustion you felt for years, the one you blamed on stress, on age, on the pace of modern life, is actually the invisible price of permanent translation. And no one has ever paid you back for it. So if this role costs so much, why does no one ever thank you for playing it? Because both sides reject you. Boomers find you too digital, not respectful enough of the old codes. Gen Z finds you too rigid, not authentic enough. You're criticized from both ends of the very bridge you're building, alone, every day, with your own hands. The same vertigo as at the very beginning. The pen in one hand, the screen in the other, the same chasm between the same two cliffs. Except this time, no one is watching. So what is this role actually for, if no one sees it? Here's the truth you may not have suspected yet. What you've always experienced as a burden is actually the rarest, most sought-after resource in today's market. Look around you. Every company, every family, every team now has to make the old and the new coexist. And the only people capable of translating naturally between the two, effortlessly, with no training required, are you. Not boomers, who never had to chase digital while it kept sprinting ahead. Not Gen Z, who never knew the weight of a modem trying to connect. You. You're not a generation lost between two worlds. You're the only native interpreters of both languages at once. A skill no school, no training program can artificially recreate. The four fractures you carried like burdens. They're actually four languages you speak fluently. Values, technology, work, relationships. You alone can move between them effortlessly with no manual, no translator required. Go back to that opening scene. The pen in one hand, the screen in the other. It was never a tearing apart. It was proof right in front of you that you speak two languages almost no one else speaks fluently at the same time. The chasm between the two cliffs was never empty. It was a bridge, and you're the only one who's always known how to cross it in both directions. So tell me in the comments, which specific memory made you feel this gap between two worlds the most? A meeting where you stayed quiet, a DVD you still have somewhere, an argument you handled differently than your parents would have. Tell the story. Someone else, somewhere, lived that exact same moment and never said it out loud. You're not stuck between two worlds. You're the translator,